What's going on, everybody? Mahai back at it with another video, and today I've got a Town Hall 17 Legend League attack strategy for you guys. This is very, very strong. I've been using it for the last 2 or 3 days in Legends, and this is my favorite version. I've tweaked it a little bit, but as you see, we're bringing mostly Super Yetis, and I did add some Super Wall Breakers to this. I was running it without them, but it was just too hard to consistently get your heroes to path into the base, because it just takes so long for the log launcher to initially open the walls. But as you see, we're bringing Mass Revive. We have 6 Revive spells. We've got 1 Invis and 1 Poison. For the equipments on the heroes, I'm running the Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball on the King. I've got the Healer Puppet and the Action Figure on the Queen. We've got Eternal Tome Rage Gem on the Warden, and Rocket Spear and Electro Boots on the Royal Champion. So let's go hop into our first attack, and I'll show you guys how this works, and then we'll get into some Legend League attacks. Alright, so it's pretty simple what you're going to want to do. First, you're going to look for where you want to send your Royal Champion in from. On this particular base, I'm going to put the Royal Champion right here, and I'm instantly going to pop the Rocket Spear so she can target all these buildings over here. So her job is to take out a bunch of the trash over here. She'll probably get something like, I don't know, something like that will all be taken out from the Royal Champion. And you're just going to let her go in and go down. You can use your Invis spell on her before she goes down, or you can use it after you revive her. That's completely up to you. I prefer to use it before, just so I don't really have to think about her anymore. And then once she goes down, I like to use 2 Super Yetis to set the other side of the funnel, so I'm just going to drop a couple of them over there like that. And their job is just to take out some of the trash here. They don't even have to get much. Again, they just have to set the other side of the funnel so you can get everything to path into the middle. Then you're going to drop the rest of your Super Yetis in here. You're going to follow with 3 balloons, which is just a test for Seeking Air Mines to help protect your healers, obviously. And then your King, Queen, Warden, and your Log Launcher going behind. And then you're just going to use your Warden ability to protect when you're approaching a lot of damage. And as you see, there is a huge amount of damage here in this core. We've got 2 Multi-Infernos, we've got 2 Fire Spitters, we've got 2 Scatter Shots, and a Rage compartment. So I'm going to use my Warden ability somewhere in there. And the reason I'm using the Fox on the King is because I want the King to get as deep into the base as possible before I have to use his Earthquake Boots. Because obviously you don't want to have to fight any walls on the backside of the base, and you can get huge value out of his ability. And then obviously, once your heroes go down, you're just going to keep reviving them. You're just going to bring them back when they're safe, and they're going to cruise through the base. So let's get rid of this drawing, and we'll press play on this replay here. So as you see, we're going to drop a Royal Champion, hit the Rocket Spear, which will reach over the walls and take out the first layer of defenses, and then the Electro Boots pair really nicely and take out the trash over there, so you don't have to spend anything else to set the funnel. And she's going to get pretty much everything we anticipated, except for that Multi-Archer Tower over there on the left, but that's fine. So we're going to use our Invis here, make sure this Multi-Archer Tower goes down, just get a little bit more value. She's going to walk in to the Minion Prince now and obviously get wrecked. That's okay. Goes down, goes to Phoenix. We're going to send in our 2 Super Yetis now to get the other side of this funnel set. Like I said, there wasn't much on this base to funnel over there, so we early get our troops in. Unfortunately, my healers did get pulled over to that 1 Super Yeti, but they do join back into the group, which is what I wanted. As you see our Royal Champion now, I try to revive her here and get her in the Warden ability, but she kind of wanders off. So she kind of gets missed by the Warden ability because we have a lot of troops that lock down. So we kind of wasted that 1 revive on that Royal Champion. Unfortunately, she didn't quite get that Multi-Inferno. But that Multi-Inferno does go down now. And now I have some Super Yetis out in front. I should be able to bring her back again here in a second. Yep, we bring her back. Join up to help take out the... I think we had, what, an Ice Golem and 2 defending dragons in the Clan Castle. So I brought her back to help with the Clan Castle. We used the poison, obviously, on the Clan Castle. We're pushing into the core now. Our King... in the perfect spot, we use his Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball, opens up to the Town Hall, guts that high damage area of the base. So now you're just looking for your heroes, and when you're in a live attack, obviously you can watch the health bar down at the bottom, so you know when your heroes go down, and then you can locate them and revive them. Town Hall, about to go down. Royal Champion is revived again, back up here on the top, and she actually pulled a healer, which is kind of nice, keeping her alive. And now all of this stuff is targeted. You want to watch for your Super Yetis to tank and then revive your heroes if at all possible. Like as you saw there, that Ricochet Cannon was targeted onto a Super Yeti, so I was able to come in behind with the Royal Champion and take that out no problem. And we're just going to 4x through this now. As you see, we still have 3 revive spells left that we didn't even need. We swag 3 spells, get the easy 3-star, and this is a completely maxed base, keep in mind. Obviously, it's a friendly challenge, but now we're going to go hop into some Legend League replays to show you it works there as well. Alright, into our first Legend League replay here. So we're just kind of looking where we want to send a Royal Champion in from now. There's lots of options on this base. Obviously, you have the Clan Castle with the Fire Spitters down here at the bottom, the Monoliths at the top. So this is kind of a tough base to know where to come in from, because if you come in straight through, you're going to have both the Poison Towers on the flank. So this is actually a tough layout for this. That's why I'm trying to think here. So I'll speed through this. We do drop our Royal Champion. We end up using her over here on the left side. And I believe I'm going to target through the Monolith here. I just want to make sure that goes down because obviously that does work against your heroes. And you want to keep your heroes alive with this attack. So we're going to use one Invis here. Push past that Minion Prince. I just want to make sure that that multi-gear cannon goes down, which we do with the Phoenix. And now we should be able to take out that Minion Prince as well. And we do. So we get pretty good value out of the Royal Champion. Get that side of the funnel set. Use our 2 Super Yetis up at the top now. And we're going to use our wall breaks, sprinkle those in just to make sure we actually path into the core. Obviously, you're using the log launcher, but it takes a long time to open that first layer. So that's why I like bringing the wall breakers, just to make sure you actually path into the core. So we're pushing in now. Unfortunately, we're kind of getting a little bit of a spread here. Our king wanders to the outside. I'm going to use my warden ability here to make sure we get a little bit more value out of that log launcher before it goes down, because I want to open up that backside wall if we can. Unfortunately, we don't. And there is a big moat around the town hall, so it's hard to path in. But we get a really nice funnel set. Our Earthquake Boot Spiky Ball go off from the king, which takes out the whole top corner of the base, which should help keep the rest of our troops centralized here. So we poison the clan castle. Looks like we had some archers with some ice golems and a furnace. We wrecked through that, no problem. Super Yetis should do a really good job now tanking basically everything on the base. So we're just keeping an eye out, watching for heroes to go down now. As you see, our Royal Champion getting a little bit low, so I'm watching her. She goes down to a giant bomb. So we'll bring her back in a second, right when the Yetis start tanking everything. Bring her back. About to lose our king, but really there's not much up there. So I don't know if it'd be worth it to use a revive or not. We're kind of going to wait a second and see when he goes down. But the Yetis actually have tanked, or will start tanking that expo. So I actually do bring the king back right away. Start cleaning that trash. We bring back the queen and the Royal Champion down here. We're down to 1 revive left, but we have lots of troops pushing through. And you definitely want to prioritize mainly the Royal Champion. And then next, I would say probably the Queen. Most times, I wouldn't recommend using one on the Warden unless you can get a lot of value out of his Rage Gem. But as you see, we use our last revive there on the Royal Champion now. Our King's still alive, Queen's still alive, Royal Champion's still alive. We'll just 4x through this. We get the 3-star. That one was a lot closer. We had to use all of our revives, but as you see, we still have 3 healthy heroes and crush through the base. Easy 3-star. Let's go get into another attack now. All right, into our next attack. This is a much better base than the last one. It looks like this one's completely max. And again, we're just looking for where we want to funnel. There is a lot of damage around this rage compartment here. But we're going to go in from over here, set this side of the funnel. We're going to drop in our Super Yetis right away and get that side of the funnel set. This is going to be a very, very high damage area of the base here. We're just sprinkling in some wall breakers, getting these initial walls open. I was hoping the Super Yeti up here would go into that air defense. Unfortunately, it doesn't. It goes around. That's okay. We drop our Super Yetis, followed by our Cocoa Loons, and then our healers. And we get our log launcher, and we're going to get one more wall break in. Hopefully, it makes it in here and opens up that wall. This is a really good log launcher. It's going to go through that monolith. It's going to go through the clan castle troops. It's going to trigger that invis. Going to hit this multi-inferno as well. We got really, really good value out of this log launcher. And unfortunately, our healers are up with that one Super Yeti, but we did get a big group of Super Yetis up there as well. Not sure how we didn't get them into the base. That was kind of unlucky, but it's all right. We're going to get the king in here into the core, and his Earthquake Boot Spiky Ball is going to get a massive amount of value in this compartment. We use it on the Town Hall. It takes out both the Infernos, wrecks through that core. We do lose some heroes there, but we have our revives on deck. Just waiting here a second for stuff to be tanked. I didn't know if I wanted to revive them or not. Kind of waiting here. Okay, I bring back the Royal Champion. I should have brought back the king as well, just to help tank, because your king has a lot of hit points. Even if he doesn't get that much value damage-wise, he can still tank a lot of shots. So we bring back everything here. We bring back, as you saw, our king first. That way it would tank the Ricochet Cannon and other defenses, and then we revive the Royal Champion. Unfortunately, our Royal Champion is still getting hit. I was a little bit unlucky, if you ask me, because I think our king should have tanked that better. But we use our last revive here. We're going to actually use it on the queen because I wanted to reach over the wall and take out that Ricochet Cannon, because that's really the only other high damage building on the base I really have to worry about. As you see, we have tons of Super Yetis up here. So we're just going to 2x through this, because at this point it's just cleanup. We have tons of Super Yetis still alive with healers. We still have our Giant alive from our action figure. We revived our queen. She's still pretty healthy as well. We have a lot of trash to clean up. That's why I'm 4xing through this. But really, you normally don't have to worry about time with this. I think I've had one time fail in 3 days using this, and that's without bringing any cleanup troops. If you do run into time fail issues, obviously you could just add some cleanup troops. But let's go get into our third and final attack now, and I'll catch you guys there. All right, this is going to be the final attack, and as you see, another really strong base. Looks completely max here. Just trying to figure out where I want to send in this Royal Champion from, if I want to come in from the opposite side down here, or if I want to come from the top, and I think I'm going to come in from the bottom side on this base, I want to go through that monolith, because look at this lineup I can get from my log launcher. Through the monolith, through both fire spitters and the clan castle troops, and I can trigger that rage. So we're going to use our royal champion at the bottom. We're going to get these super yetis in a little bit early because there's a lot of trash on the outside of the walls here that I need to clear to set that funnel. So I'm going to send them in a little bit earlier this time. Royal champion, unfortunately, goes towards the inside of the base. I kind of wanted her to go out to the left and get that air defense and that expo down, but it's all right. She'll go here and she'll go down, but she will be joined up with our main troops now. So when I revive her, she will be getting tanked for and will, in effect, be inside that Warden's Rage Vial as well. So look at our log launcher, rolling through, getting tons of value, rolling over that furnace, takes out that furnace, took out the monolith, did a lot of damage to both of the fire spitters. We triggered that Rage Tower, so now we don't really have to worry about that too much anymore. And unfortunately, it doesn't get the walls open to the core quick enough, so we lose a lot of our troops to the outside here. If our log launcher could have opened up that wall just a second earlier, it would have been a lot better pathing. But most of the stuff does turn around and come back. We get into the core now. Unfortunately, our king didn't make it to the core. That would have been big value out of his Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball, but unfortunately, he wanders up to the top here. That's all right. He will start tanking this stuff. We're going to use his ability there. And then once he starts tanking, we're going to revive our Royal Champion. We have a lot of incoming damage down here onto our Super Yetis. They're probably going to go down quickly here. I'm going to keep these heroes revived as quickly as I can. I just want as much punch there as possible. And our king is very healthy up at the top. We still have one revive left. Our warden goes down. And I'm going to actually revive the warden here just for his Rage Vial effect on the queen. Help break through that wall a little quicker, because there really wasn't much damage left on the base. This scatter shot can't even hit that booger that's down there. So I didn't have to worry about that whatsoever. We do lose our Royal Champion. But again, like I said, we were perfectly fine. That's why I decided to use it on the warden there. Just kind of speed up the attack a little bit to help the queen beat through walls. And we have our action figure from her, or giant from her action figure rather, stays alive. Our queen back to full health. King basically full health after being revived. And we get the nice easy 3-star. So this is probably my new favorite attack at Town Hall 17. I've been using it in Legend League, like I said. Been having a lot of luck with it. I really enjoy it. So let me know in the comments how this works out for you guys. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys next time.